some stuff on just some GeoGuessr maps as well that involve practicing certain regions. I think the goal today is to just see how I do with the ones I've studied so far. Like I said last stream, I don't really want to be doing any new ones. Although I'm not gonna lie, I did have a little ponder with the Dolnośląski area, so I might do a bit of that if I have time. But for me, I just want to try and get to a point where I can just do a quiz of all of the ones at once, and you know, cook the baked beans is the best way of putting it. So yeah, hope everyone's doing great. You might be hearing the fan in the background, but I kind of need it on, Jeff. And yeah, we'll get into this very shortly, and hope everyone's doing well. So what do I need to do? I need to do this, and yep. So we've got the spreadsheet open. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to recap all the Opolskie regions, try and colour that in green, and I'm probably going to do the same with Wielkopolskie as well, and try and cover that. Try and see if that will be green as well, because even though it says a 2-day break, this one is not in light green yet. So ideally, I want to do the ones that are not in full green yet until they are green, pretty much. So we've got 3 different parts. We've got Lubuski and Pomorski, we've got Wielkopolski, and we've got Opolski. So that'll be part 1, is to do those 3, and then part 2 will be trying to do the type quizzes with the no labels and just see how that goes. And then if we've got spare time, then I might do some recap for some of the, the main towns in Lubuski and Sachadina Pomorski, and maybe Pomorski. I might start weighing up the ones in Pomorski too, but it'll probably mostly involve those after the type quizzes. And of course, if there's any spare time, I might do some spreadsheet making, but of course, that's if we have spare time. But yeah, don't be shy if you just joined. Drop a cheeky Jeff in the chat, and yeah, we can jump into this. So what I need to do is I need to go to activities and find what I did recently, and I need to spam this for 30 seeds, and hopefully it all comes into transition. So let's begin. I think I need to mute the. Oh, unmute. Is my headset off? Oh, it's really quiet. Okay. Right, let's do it. Obviously, there's not many in this region, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Like I say, it's going to take a bit to, remember them on the spot immediately. Like this, I've completely misremembered who it was. Yep. Right. We'll get going. Now, so Kluszborski, so Kluszborski, so north. Yep. Olesno, yep. Yeah, I'll try and get through these seeds quite quickly, because Opolskie has not got many, but it's good to get the rounds in, so I don't, just when it does come up, I need to know immediately which one. Because if I know it's Opolskie, I'm gonna know exactly where it is as well. So I need to get the repetition in. Very important. What's this say? Glubshiski, south. Kluczbork, yeah. So if I'm pronouncing things wrong as well, just stuff that will happen when I'm not Polish. I don't speak Polish. I'm just learning Polish powiats and place names, really. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, let's keep going. Olesno. But yeah, I think that the goal before I go away on Sunday is to be in a situation where the Powiats I've learnt for the western half are covered. The other one I'm not sure about is Dolnośląski. If I might introduce it, but it really depends. Because that's one that I'll probably do extra work when I come back anyway, compared to the other ones. Because it'd be a lot more new and fresh if I do decide to do it. But it didn't seem too bad when I was weighing it up earlier, if it was worth doing. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions, feel free to drop a message. Like, happy to answer any questions, whether it's to do with this, Powiat studies or anything GeoGuessr related. Like, don't be shy to ask, guys. Welcome in, Zeka. Hope all is well. I don't remember how your games went, but how did you find the seeds this week against your opponents in the Jeff League, if you don't mind me asking? Because I think both of your games were quite close, weren't they? If I recall correctly. If you prefer not to speak, then that's totally fair, of course. What's to aim on? 3-2, beat Lubeck 3-1, okay. Yeah, I mean, you got 3 points out of 6. It's not too bad. Obviously, top 2, you probably want to be winning both of those games. But I don't know. When Eamon locks in, he can be very tough to beat for sure, though. How did you feel about your performance in those games? Was it okay, or was it just compared to other ones, or did just Eamon just play really well? I think Eamon lost against. I think Eamon lost his other game, if I remember correctly, as well. I played really, really bad. I mean, I can... Yeah, that's how I've been feeling. Zeka, honestly, I feel like I can relate to that for the last 2 weeks. Like, I feel like, I make good guesses, but then I just, make so many, bad decisions, or I just blunder, 3 or 4 rounds of seed. I don't know if you've had that, but that's been happening a lot to me. I feel like against KO, I'm not going to spoil anything because you guys can watch it on time, but let's just say some maps where I should have done a lot better, I kind of get away with it because my opponent just doesn't do as well. But if that was against anybody who was a bit more strong in that country, for example, it would be a different story, But the Salix game, I'm not going to spoil it either, but let's just say that one was very frustrating. Yeah, I had one of my games against somebody similar to that, Zeka, very similar. I kind of okay, it's Philippines, and then I taught myself out of it and sent something else that made less sense. Yeah, 1 point. It's unlucky. I don't think I've played moving for the last 4 matches or something, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind. Honestly, the moving, as fun as it is, I don't be playing too much moving in the Jeff League when I'm not playing it much. But my normal event in PZ, I mean, when you're playing Salix, for example, it's always gonna be tough. But I've been not taking opportunities in certain matches. But yeah, that's just the way it is. Sometimes, I've lost track, guys, of how many I've done. So the goal really is to try and play 30 seeds of this. So I didn't keep track of how many we've played so far. So I might need to check this before we continue. So it'll be from the 13th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think we've played 13, so we need to play another 17. But it's fine, I'm still first, just annoying because I'm probably losing a site since he has 2 guaranteed wins against me. So I'm honestly, who knows? We're already halfway through. It's always good to get those wins in hand because also you have to remember, you did beat Geo in one of your matches, right? And I don't think many people are going to be beating Geo. So there's at least that, you gotta think of what your opponents might drop points there, for example. And you've only lost twice, in the whole thing. That's still pretty good. Yeah, Matt was, in the same week. That's pretty impressive. I got 5-0'd against Geo and 4-1 against Matt. Although I would say against the Matt game, I feel like I was a bit unlucky, but I still deserve to lose that game. So I think you're obviously doing fine. But that's the thing, like, I'm doing okay. I'm not, like, doing amazing. Like, I'm not, like, the top end. But, like, considering I'm not really grinding, like, no mover NPC at the moment, you know, the fact that I'm winning half my games with that group of people, it's definitely something to be really positive about, you know. And whenever we play Zaker, it was the rusty derby, weren't it? Where both of us were just, like, rusty as hell. And just making all sorts of interesting. But then again, I feel like in my game, I probably had one of my better games this season against you, but it wasn't convincing. I think it's quite rare for me to think of a game where I had a convincing performance. I think there was only one game, and I think that was against... There was one game against... I feel like... Who was it? I think it was Kale, actually. Kale Salad. Obviously it's out there now, but there was one game where I felt like I convincingly won that game, or convincingly played the best I probably could, give or take the odd round where I had a bit of a tough 50-50. Like, I feel like it's really happened this season. I don't know if you can relate to that, but you've had like one very crazily clean game with Salix, didn't you? It was like a 48k, 49k game, right? If I remember correctly. But I feel like whenever like I play Seed, there's always like at least 2 or 3 rounds minimum, where I just feel like I've not, you know, I've always made a blunder somewhere. Polskia, I don't know why I'm thinking somewhere else, but yeah, Polskia is sorry if I'm butchering, but the name, but it's only got a small handful. But this is kind of just also helped me warm up, if anyone is wondering why I'm repeating it so much. And honestly, I feel like this is more repetitive than playing Hello Quiz. If there's a map, you can just repeat the rounds a lot more at a quicker pace than you would on Hello Quiz, from my experience. But that's just a me preference, probably. But we must be getting close to 10 left now, at least. Because I think after this, we've got Wielkopolskia? Or Wielkopolskia, I don't know which way you meant to pronounce it, but I think I got that one next to do. Which obviously is a lot bigger, it's got a lot more Powiats, so that one's going to be a bit more, you know, alright. I think for this one, I'm probably going to highlight it dark green, probably, because it's like, it's kind of good, but it took me like a couple rounds to really click where they were straight away. It wasn't instinctive at the start. But it is pretty, it's getting close. Obviously, it's the most recent one I've learned, so, you know, I have to give myself some benefit of the doubt. So I'll do a couple more and see what the situation is with the amount of rounds that I need to play after this. And I need to keep it on track of the bloody number. I think I need to recount them again, so... Actually, there's one thing I can do something, actually. Let me just check. My activities, 33 times. 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21. We've got 9 left. Yep, still 9 Cs to go. I'll try and keep track of it, I guess, now. Try and fly through this a bit quicker for you guys to show you some more instinctive, you know, guesses where you don't even need to think. You just know where it is without hesitation. That was a bit too south, but it was fine. So we've got 8 left now. That was a bit slow. 7. Slow. 6. But yeah, I've started Powiat learning 2 to 3 weeks ago. So it's fairly fresh, it's fairly new. But I'm fun doing it. And who knows, it might motivate some of you guys to give it a try. But we've got, I think, got 6 left. I'm just gonna count it as 6 to go. Then once I've done 6, I'm done with this region. Right, 5 more to go. I'll check what you said at Zerka once I've got this done. I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Just want to get this one done. 4 more left. Three more left. Two more left. So this is very flashy. I'm trying to fly through this because I want to make sure I do, you know, do at least 30 seeds. It's like kind of like a rule. If it's early doors, I want to make sure the repetition's a lot. And then over time, there won't be as many seeds to do, but it'll still be repetitive, but not many seeds need to be required. So like over time, I'm still doing a bit here and there, but not as regular. But I'm still doing enough where, you know, it's you know, where like it will help you more long term rather than short term. Because I think that's a problem. I think a lot of people are figuring out that there's they do really well at the start, and then once they've done it, they feel like they've completed it, and then like 2 months later, they've forgotten like half the stuff. And it's like trying to maintain that longevity. And for me, obviously, as I recap other country, region names and stuff like that, and kind of merge it together, then of course it's going to be more difficult. But that's why I need to be organised and make these spreadsheets, you know. Let me just check what Zerka was saying. Welcome in legally, to be fair. Sorry if the spacebar was loud, guys. Yeah, it's really nice to have strong country for both moving and no move. Yeah, exactly. Unless I am playing against Salix, I can choose if I want 1 France and 2 in. Yeah, that's the problem with Salix. It's like, he always has one game, I feel like, that he'll have a super big advantage against me. Which is obviously a big problem. Like, that's the thing with Matt. Like, if Matt just chooses moving, you know, if he's always going to choose a moving, I'm going to have a disadvantage on at least one game. But that's the home advantage, you know. Like, if you're good at 2 different modes, like super good, then this format suits you, doesn't it? So, but yep, welcome in, Mayo. How's it going? I'm just checking. I just need to message my dad. Give me a second. Yeah, how's it going, man? Hope all is well. But yep, we're about to do Wielkopolskie next. Thank you. I mean, I would say it was a bit ropey though. I wasn't really that happy with my performance. I think there was only one game mode. I don't want to specify on here because I don't want to spoil it for people, but there was only one seed where I felt like I did pretty solid. Otherwise, it was quite a bit too, what's the word, like, I don't know. It was just a bit sloppy. Some of the seeds, like the Brazil was terrible. Like I'm not going to spoil that because the Brazil was literally the title. It was like I don't think I generally could have played as bad on a Brazil seed as I did with that. Like literally every single round where I felt like where I missed it, I made a blunder. Like there was only one round in Ciara where I felt like, yeah, fair enough, that was a hard round. All the other rounds were gettable. The fact I only got 20 odd K on that and I still won just felt so weird. But I guess that's why it's my home. My worst ever Brazil performance probably still beats a fair amount of top players. So, you know, a game wins a win. But yeah, like other modes, then yeah, I was really worried about potentially. It could have been a lot worse that game. So let's just say I was relieved by the end of it. Yeah, I mean, it's more of relief, if anything, Zerka. I can't be happy when someone does bad because you want them to give you a game, you want to be challenged, you know? But I did feel like, I got away with one, if that makes sense. Because like Brazil's meant to be my strongest country. For anyone who doesn't know, it's my strongest big country. So whenever I don't play to the standard, I let it be known, you know. So, but next up, I think we have just Wielkopolskie to do. So I guess I'll get ready for that one. But yeah, Zerka, of course. Welcome in, Krablane. Hope all is well. But yeah, I'm about to do Wielkopolskie. I mean, this one might be pretty rusty. I don't know if I'll get green on this one, but we'll see. Yeah, compared to big countries, I mean, you could be good at Brazil and still be bad consistently at it. It's one of those countries. It's very hard. I don't think anybody's perfected Brazil. They've just done better than, you know, what most others have done, if that makes sense. Like, you're like in the top 0.01, but you're still like score-wise. Like, if you look at your average distance consistency, it's probably worse than most big countries, even though you are stronger than most of your opponents at it. That's just the way Brazil is, really. It's one of those like, yeah, you're good at Brazil, but really no one's that at the same level. Like, let's say Mexico with Angelo, for example. Like, you can say he's pretty much completed the country of how good he is at it. If Angelo played like he did again, in Mexico, he did in Brazil, then literally like he would like be like 10k, 12k, per seed, doing better than everybody else every single time. Like, I just don't think there's anybody really who's completed Brazil, really. Like, there's people who are a lot better at Brazil than other people, but they haven't completed it, if that makes sense. But I think that's what makes Brazil good is it might never get complete. Like, you might get really good at it, but there's only so much you can do, That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of playing big countries. There's always something to improve on. Alright, so, and also, like, it's a good country where, okay, I need to do 170, I'm going to say 171. It's just one of those countries where, I don't know, it's just, there's always something to learn, and you can't rely on coverage updates all the time. Like, with the small camp stuff, like, yes, you might need to learn some car meta crap here and there, but if you get really good at the, the more fundamental stuff, it's pretty decent to, it's a pretty fun country to practice and learn from. But if you treat it the same as like another big country, then you're just asking for trouble. Like, I feel like it's just one of those countries where you could be really good at it and still be having games where you're performing not great as well. But yeah, I enjoy Brazil. It's not everyone's cup of tea though. Like Polish Powiats is probably not everyone's cup of tea. Let's be real, guys. Let's be real. Let's be real. I mean, so far it's gone alright, but again, I feel like it's just half scanning and roughly remembering. But I feel like this is going okay right now. But I think it was 171 we said, weren't it? In terms of the total we need to get to before moving on. I might have not looked at the name of that one. I might need to check that one in case it's too late now. It was either Ostrov or Ostrezsov or something. They look very similar, but at the start, but they're right next to each other. But ideally, it'd be good to actually read it properly. Question mark: have you mapped Brazil before? I've done my own mapping for my own. I like doing my own independent car meta clusters for certain states. Obviously, there's JSONs out there, but AI generated stuff is great. But I feel like it's always good to make your own notes as well. I feel like I'm not really a person who would rely on other people's JSONs. Like, I tend to do my own here and there, but when I do, like, in the future, I'm hoping to get some more projects involved with Brazil and try and map, like, certain things like vegetation or some infrastructure or something along those lines. Yeah, exactly, Zerka. It's like when you do it, you need to, like, give it the extra time. So, like, if I don't have time, I'll just use the JSON. But for me, like, the more you play and the more you try and put things into grinding, the more longer it takes for you to, I don't know, to get through stuff, and the less time you have. And that's why I try and be very organized with like spreadsheets and make sure like I am doing enough. And like I say, I'm not doing much else at the moment, but when like I start doing the no move grinding, the NPZ grinding, the 5k grinding, the region guessing within a country, the region guessing within certain states, like it's going to get a lot more difficult, you know. But yeah, I'm still going to try, of course. Keep getting better. Well, hello there. Welcome in, Kaylee. Hope all is well. You enjoyed the INAT guesser video? Yeah, honestly, it's actually really fun to play. Like, I'm going to give it more of a spotlight, I think, because obviously, like, I don't know if many of you guys know, but my degree at university was animal conservation, so I've always been into, like, you know, nature, wildlife, and conserving it and stuff like that. And I also was quite, I probably still am pretty good at it, you know, for, you know, the average birder, but I'm pretty good at identifying, like, you know, UK birds, butterflies, and mammals, you know, where I'm from, and, you know, I can identify ones in Europe and stuff at times too. So I think it's quite a fun thing, and there's a way you can do it just for birds, there's one you can just do it for butterflies, there's ways you can actually do more specific things, so I think it's a really cool concept. And also, like, for example, if I want to, like, just practice, like, identifying where I am in the world by just looking at palms, low-key, that could be even useful for GeoGuessr, potentially, but there are flaws with it. But I feel like what makes it what makes it as interesting is, like, for example, how often are you going to use birds or animals in GeoGuessr to make a good region guess? And I feel like it's a fun game to play because it, like, you can actually apply that more, and I think it's a fun additional concept to, like, you know, region guess a place just because of what bird or animal you see. I think that's pretty cool. And I'm going to do some more content, and also I think it's also good to, you know, get, you know, some people, you know, into, like, going out and, you know, and trying to identify things outside themselves. And I think, you know, that's what I naturally want to encourage as well, is, like, more people to, you know, learn how to identify things and, you know, share some reports of, you know, where certain animals have been reported, you know. And I think that's always good for research and, you know, keeping record on where, you know, animals are spotted and so on. And it could also be fungi, it could be plants, it could be anything. Like, it's really interesting. It's very similar to GeoGuessr. But yeah, I think I might do a stream of it later this week, if that interests you guys. And I'll probably make another video on it too at some point, because it seemed like a fair amount of you guys liked it. Yeah, exactly. And also, like, it's good because it's like it's all IRL stuff. There's no, like, the only time I think I've spotted certain meta things, if, like, you might see, like, some like Mandarin or some, like, text, like, on a photograph or something, or, like, other than that, like, it's all IRL, you know. There's no, like, car meta stuff or anything like that. It's pretty clean. You don't really get that much. And at times, like, you might, like, not necessarily know what things are, but you might recognize the landscape or the vegetation just by playing GeoGuessr. So you can also apply GeoGuessr skills into it, which I find quite interesting. And it's like a nice crossover. It shows, like, it's similar kind of thing where you give it that extra time to spot sort of differences between, you know, certain countries, but instead it's like different plants, different animals. I think that's quite interesting. Learn the distribution for these animals. Yeah, I think I might do something for fun, maybe more for the bird side. I might, like, start going in more depth with the bird research, and might do, like, certain, like, families or certain genuses of birds and try and actually learn the distributions and combine that with landscape. Because usually when, you know, people take pictures of birds, unless it's, like, you know, on, like, a wall or in super close proximity, you would occasionally get, like, stuff in the background. And also the other thing is that birds can be in the sky, so, like, if you're good at identifying birds from above, like obviously, for getting the country correct is obviously incredibly difficult to do with birds, but when you get, like, several photos, you know, it can be doable if you mix that in with vegetation. You might get, like, an odd building or some, you know, water tank. I think that's quite It's quite interesting, honestly. But yeah, right now, I don't know. I've lost track of how many I've played, so I will check this shortly. What does it say? Grodziski, yeah. For some reason, when I read this, I thought it was Krutsiads, which is obviously not in that region. How many voivodeships have you done already? I mean, so I've done this, 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 and this. So I would say 6, but I have been weighing up the 7th, and be careful with the memes, please. But welcoming Rafat Topol as well. But yeah, I'm pretty much getting to the stage where I'm pretty much cut in the country in half. And I've also been learning these not like short term. I've been actually trying to learn these a lot better. And I've been doing type quizzes and stuff, which you guys will hopefully see later. Because I will try and showcase that for you guys and show how much of it more of a challenge it is as well to try and, you know, do that. It's a lot more difficult. Welcome in LeBron Lily. Hope all is well. How's it going? First time chatter. Welcome in. And yeah, like I say, if anyone's got any questions about anything, don't be shy. Don't be shy to say hello. Like, anyone is welcome. You know, on my streams, as long as you behave, of course. That's totally fine. But yeah, right now I'm just chilling, yapping with you guys, and just doing Polish Powiats as you do, you know. But yeah, like I'm definitely trying to make sure it's a long-term improvement. And the South ones are really annoying. Is it just the long names when you mean the South ones? Yeah, I mean, I think like after I've done the half, I'll probably do like this, and this. I then kind of work my way back down south again. I'll then do this one last. So like I'm kind of like doing yeah. So yeah, to be fair. Okay, I'll do this seed and see what the total is. I think we needed it to be like 171. LeBron Lily, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like Northeast is pretty high yield, yeah. I think like that's why like I want to do that next, you know, after I've done the first half, you know. That'll be like one of the goals. Turek is east, why am I going north? Is moving your favourite mode? Depends. I feel like if it's just all about 5King, then I would probably say no. But if it's like a hybrid where you apply your moving and your no-move skills, I find that actually quite fun. I think that's probably my favourite type of mode, is where you can kind of, but you can apply different skills in different pressure environments. So like, you know, if you play against an opponent, for example, who, you know, might not have the 4.9k straight away, that might not know the region guess, and you can just send and put the pressure on them, I find that quite fun. But obviously, if it's just moving where you just like information at the start, then I don't know. It can get a bit boring for me. Like I always get excited when there's a bit more unpredictability, or you can apply a lot more pressure in certain situations. Like I prefer when GeoGuessr is not too predictable. You know, I want it to be, you know, open and, you know, anything could happen. But I do like learning this stuff, so I would say like moving without, you know, moving where like you can really capitalize on sending early at times when you've already got the close region guess. I find that quite good. If we put that kind of thing to the side, I feel like my favorite mode to probably grind altogether is probably no move. But I feel like to play casually without having high expectations, I would say NMPZ. It's probably the most fun when you're just taking it, you know, chill. Because like no move now is very there's a lot of things to learn. But if your NMPZ's good, it can kind of carry you and kind of chill. And I feel like a lot of people underestimate my NMPZ as well. It's actually not that bad. Like the players I played in the World League on NMPZ were literally like, that was their main mode, so it wasn't easy when you're playing NMPZ preferred players. But it doesn't mean my NMPZ's terrible though. Obonisi, I forgot where's Obonisi. Obonisi's north, yeah, north of Poznan. Right, I'll check it now because I think I keep forgetting to check the total. And I'll refresh. 156. So we've got like 15 left, really? Jesus Christ. Really? We've only done that much? Like, I think the World League, I just wasn't good enough this year anyway. Like, I felt like I never really was in the right mindset coming into it. But I did think, like, I had a lot of very tight games that just didn't quite go my way. And the draws weren't great for me at the start. Honestly, so... But I didn't deserve, really, to you know, go to the World Championship. I feel like I just wasn't playing well enough this year, regardless of stuff. And honestly, like... I feel like it's full of better. I feel like it will help me come back stronger next year. Not being in it this year in the finals, but I gave it a good go. I ended in a positive note. You know, got 3 points in the final week. But you know, I can use it motivation to, you know, bounce back, be more organised, be more prepared. And privately, it's been a very tough few months for me, which I don't want to talk about obviously because it's private. But there's been other stuff outside GeoGuessr. That has been very difficult for me, and it definitely had an impact on my grinding and preparation and just my mentality at the time. I would agree, yeah. I mean, one of the people I kept playing against in very vital games was Steak. So, you know, and you know, he finished second in the league. I played Debray twice, twice as well in very important matches. Like, it's not been a good draw, really. I've had terrible draws. Yeah, but then again, like, it was 16 out of 20th. Like, it's not like I would have to count myself as very lucky if I got in. But yeah, I mean, only one place away. I mean, that's the story of my life, honestly. Like, at the moment, is like I'm always one place of getting to the next stage. Like I think, like, obviously this was before the World League, but I finished second place, I believe, in the Rainbow wildcard. Like, the other person who beat me was Bag. You know, Bag at that time was insane, you know. He still is a very strong player now, but he was unplayable against me, and that concluded the match. So, like, I was one match potentially away of getting to the World Championship before the World League even happened. Obviously, it was a wild card, but it was still one match. And then in the first World League season, I actually finished, I believe, 11th or something. I finished 11th or 12th, and pretty much what determined me not getting into the World Championship last year is because there was I don't remember it super well. Zerka, it was quite a fair bit ago. If you're talking about that, the written bot thing. But either way, Bag was just unplayable in that one. But the first World League season, like, I felt like I was really unlucky because, like, a lot more unlucky than this year because, first of all, I finished top 12 out of 40 people in the league throughout the whole season. And what knocked me out of the places was because of APAC. And there was only two people who performed better than me in the APAC in the league, and that was Zigzag and Sheena. And a competition that I wasn't in is what dropped me out of the places, which kind of sucks. And then my route to get back, qualify was to play Lenley, then Konzus, then probably Debray, and then probably Finbar. And I had to win 3 out of 4 of those games, or win the first two in a row, and one of them was against Konzus. So just from that, I was like out. I had to it would have required a miracle, which is why, like, Lenley deserves a lot of credit for how he pulled that off. Really, he played insanely well against Konzus, and then got the job done in the end. But finished, playing 39 games. Yeah, playing 39 games to finish 12th in the league for like a competition with only 6 people in it, to determine you pretty much qualifying, is kind of shit. I'm sorry. Like I say, if it was 24, I would be automatically qualifying. So, yep, it's just one of those things, innit? But the past is the past, guys. We're just gonna move on. But let's just say I've been very close to be getting in. It's just not been happening at the moment. But every year it gets harder and harder as well, which just makes it even more challenging. That's why, like, every single year feels like I've been a year too late, if that makes sense. Rather than, you know, the other way around. I just feel like hopefully next year, if I get, you know, through via the qualifiers, then I'll find a way of getting in. Like, I don't care like how I get in, I just want to get in, you know. But obviously, if I prefer the best I can, then the more confident I'll be and the better I perform. That's just the way it works. But Swapeki, I'm trying to remember where that bloody is. I'm trying to remember where that is. I don't remember it. What the Jeff? Swapeki? Was it? It's not any of these. Oh, it's Swupka. It's Swupka. That's it. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I've seen your message. Yep. How's Polski? I mean, it's going all right. I had one hiccup just then, but other than that, it's been going okay. Just been warming up really. After this one, I'm gonna eat some of my I've got some hot dogs and chips, so I want to be eating that before I dive into the next spamming, because I can't really eat whilst doing this quick. But I'm getting pretty hungry, Jeff. You know, it's also been a long day. I've been compared to Anthony Gordon. That is an absolute shambles. If you know your football, you will get the reference. But it's unlucky. Okay, I will just see how many I've done in total now. You gotta fuel the brain, exactly. I mean, we've gotta have the hot dogs, fuel it up. Let's just take a look at how many we've done. So we're up to 163. So we still got like 8 seeds left. Let me just check if I've missed anything. He's sent Mexicali on moving and his opponent guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that wildcard was unplayable. He had a bit of a scare against Harmless though. If he lost against Harmless, he would have Harmless would have got in, I think. Do you have to get a specific rating to qualify for World League? I mean, who knows next year? But usually they will like look at your rating in ranked, your peak rating within a given time span, what your peak is within like 6 months, and you apply, and then if you have a good enough rank, you'll get put into the qualifiers, and then depending on how you do on the qualifiers is how you get in. But honestly, like the amount of people they got into the qualifiers, it's just a flip of a coin. On the day, you know, on my worst day, I can play like 400 elo worse than I am on my best day. So really, it is a very brutal kind of qualifier. That's why that's why I'm devastated I didn't do well in the league, because I probably have to go through the whole qualifier process, which in my opinion is harder than performing well in the league, honestly, because it's just such an on the day type of thing. But honestly, guys, the better you get, the better your chances are. That's the way you gotta look at it, you know. But I think I've got. I'll just do a seed. I won't actually check because I've lost count. I think it was 9 left, but let me just get through this seed, because I keep forgetting, because I'm too busy thinking about my chips, Jeff, you know, and my hot dog. Okay, we've got 7. Okay, it's only 7, right? Right, time to speed up. Let's get the spacebar destroyed and start speeding through this, guys. And see how we do. This is where there's no hesitation allowed. Just got to do it quick. Sorry if you hear any background noise, but I can't really help it when I'm trying to do this quickly. I think we're on 6 left right now, aren't we? Okay, 5. Four. What's this one say? Krotosinski. That's down here. That's down here. Okay. Okay, that's 3. 3 left, I believe. Obonisi was up there. 2. That's more east, yep. One more left. Okay, that's enough. Thank you, Emma. But honestly, we'll just see. We'll just see what happens. There's so many talented people at this point. If I get in, I get in next year. But I'm hoping I get to the stage where I can attempt the qualifiers. And who knows that, you know, if it's a tight elo difference, maybe something like me playing the World League last year could make the difference of me getting to qualifiers over somebody else with a very similar elo. Who knows? Who knows how the devs are going to do it? But at the end of the day, if I'm good enough, I will get into the qualies. And if you know, and if I have a good day, I've got a great chance of getting in because I've done it before. I've qualified through that process before. Right, guys. So let's just update the a refresh first. This is say 171. Yep. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to colour this in. I'm still going to colour it in light green. And this one's probably going to be needing to be done tomorrow. Sorry, dark green. Because there was a couple where I hesitated a bit too much. Like the Slupka. And there was one south one I was a bit hesitant on as well. So I think I'll probably need one more convincing batch on another day before I can be like, right, time to take those 2 days off and stuff. So yeah, so I think like after I've had something to eat, the next stage would be doing all of Lubuskie and Pomorskie all together, and then we'll do the type quiz, which is even more difficult. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome in, Christine. Hope all is well. It's going good, thank you. Just doing some Polish Powiat practice, trying to just recap and make sure I do enough, you know, rounds. How's it going for you? Hope all is well. Yeah, Leakley, I'm telling you, this shit adds up, bro. Bro will have these blue signs in nightmares, bro. Every time I blink, I see a blue sign. Let's be real. But, I mean, the blue signs are quite interesting because, like, they're not... Because they end in ski and stuff, like, it's not always the full name. So, like, it also teaches you to make sure, like, you don't muddle up similar ones that start very similar. So you start thinking, okay, I'm actually not sure which one is which. And then you start learning the full name as well. And I think it's really good practice. And obviously the type quizzes, I think, will make a massive difference. Did MK do type quizzes for Powiats? And has anybody watched the MK Powiats quite regularly? Because I have no idea if he did the type streams. Because I think he went on, like, he used Anki decks, I think, right? You get these ski endings show up in street names as well. Yep, that's true. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, that's what I think for some stuff it works well for me. But I hope he's still, you know, doing okay with them. Because it's kind of like, it's probably going to be similar to like Finland where there is just, you know, there's a lot. And you can memorize it quite quickly if you give it the effort. But like, it's like regular, you know, make sure you have that occasional time when you come back. And I feel like sometimes when you cram it in a short space of time, you feel really good about yourself for doing it like, you know, really quickly. But like, it doesn't, you know, you want it to be good, you know, in 2 months' time, you know, as well. So it's kind of one of those things where like, you'll probably recall some of the names, but it's not instinctive in 2 months. You know, it'll be like rusty in 2 months if you don't have those occasional catch-ups, which there's been a couple lads that I've been chatting to who got into World Championship finals, and one of them was asking like, what other methods do I do to try and memorize things better, because they're now finding Anki decks on Hello Quiz a bit too difficult to do certain things regularly enough. And I feel like it on Hello Quiz, when you got so many Anki decks, it's like you got so many that I feel like relying on some code to tell you when you're ready to do something, I don't really like. I'd rather like just like make my own spreadsheet, color it in when I've done it, how I feel about it after playing it repetitively. And one thing I've learned, guys, like look at like the Hello Quiz amount of times. Like I've had 279 attempts on Hello Quiz on Polish Powiats, and with gameplay, I've had 6,150 rounds, or 12, over 1,000 seeds. Like there's been more repetition with the seeds than there has been in the actual quiz. And quite essentially, when you're doing the clicking, it's pretty much the same thing, but this is in GeoGuessr, so it's a bit different. But just think about how much more repetition I've managed to do doing it this method, which I feel like suits me more, because for me, I want to learn it instinctively. It needs to be like a habit, not, oh, I remember it enough now, let's move on. It's like, I want to make sure I'm locked in, give it the time, give it the effort, and, yep. And that's and exactly, Rafa, that's why I'm doing type quizzes. So if you see here, I've done some type quizzes here, and I did a full quiz of all the Pomorski ones and the Lubuski ones all together last stream. But like I said, like, everyone is different. Like, this might not be the answer for most people, but this is my answer when it comes down to, memorizing this type of thing long term. I mean, MK's just got to do what is best for him. He got to the World Championship finals for a reason, and he's been doing it for a while. Like, he didn't just start learning Powiats once he started streaming. I'm pretty sure he made the quizzes before he even started streaming. So, I know MK's doing a lot of work, and he's got a lot to balance as well. Like, for me, I don't have to do multiple things. He kind of has to deal with several things, which makes it a lot more difficult. So, like, something like doing a type quiz, he might feel like if he does do that, it will just take way too long, where, like, it just interferes with other things that he needs to do as well. So, him doing the clicking is probably more easy for him to fit in, because if he does all the typing, then it's just going to take a lot more time, and if he's got to play by the end of August, it's going to be a lot more difficult, to get through all of it, because it's time consuming, the type quizzes. Were you into geography much before you started playing GeoGuessr? I mean, I did do geography A-levels. If you don't know what A-levels are, it's pretty much like between like secondary school and university stage. So I did geography for my A-levels. So I've always been into geography. I wasn't like super into like the human side, I would say. I was more into like the landscape side, like the natural geography. Or physical geography is the word, sorry. That I was more into that area. I'd also like, for example, like earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, kind of that area where it's more like the natural stuff. But like if it's like human geography, like, demographics and stuff, like I wasn't as into that. But I was more into like the more physical geography and more towards the nature side, and how it like affects, how certain countries run or deal with events and stuff like that. I was also wondering, when you were in school, did you use all those methods for learning? Not really. I mean, I feel like some landscapes I would recognise, like, Drumlin Hills in Ireland, Northern Ireland, I recognise quite quickly. Like, I understand that certain formations, like physical formations, but I feel like I've really applied what I did at A-levels in secondary school to GeoGuessr. Because I'm not very well travelled. That's the thing. Like, a lot of the clues when I got into GeoGuessr were things where like you kind of only would have known that if you looked at a lot of Street View or have been to the country. But I remember like when I went to like a battlefield strip, which is obviously history, I felt like, oh, I was going to a different country and it was going to look so different. And when I went to Belgium, I was like, this literally looks like the UK, but it's just super flat, and you got lots of like canola everywhere or something, or you got stuff that isn't canola. But I didn't really feel like things were different. But if I go to Belgium now after GeoGuessr, everything will feel completely different. Like the road reflectors, the bars on the side of the roads, the license plates, the buildings, the architecture, the vegetation at times, the way the roads are, the road lines, the sign backs, like it's crazy really. Current's got to be the most useful thing from school when it comes to be fair. Yeah, what about more like the to try and avoid the rage bait currents, to be fair. That's probably the best one. I think one thing I would say that probably would have helped me with like trying to like spot subtle details is actually like, because obviously I'd done a conservation degree, so like when I was identifying birds, obviously a lot of that was visual, seeing the birds, and also being able to identify ones that look similar. That could be like behavior, like due to behaviors they do, the songs, the calls they make, but also a lot of it for me was like what they look like. So like I feel like me learning how to spot subtle details, like when I've been bird watching and stuff, and you know, or butterflies and stuff like that, like, you know, noticing separate patterns and stuff, I feel like that might have helped me more naturally try and like not just identify, but you know, spot those sort of differences in certain situations where like something feels different here. You know, like you play around, you're like, oh, this feels completely different. So you know, I would say that if there's been anything, it's probably been a bit of that. You know, that's why like I think that iNat Guesser would be quite good for me, and I'd be quite interested to showcase that, because I don't think many people are doing that, and I think if I do some, you know, proper like Rainbow style blink mode bird guesser or something, I think that'd be quite funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be quite an interesting thing to try out. But yeah, if there's anything, I would say that. Obviously, I remembered some flags from geography, but you know, you can be a bronze player and know your flags, you know. So that doesn't really help you get great at GeoGuessr. It just doesn't. It saves you from the embarrassment, if anything. But yeah, hot dogs, Chris Kamara. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions about anything, you can ask. Don't be shy. But yeah, I'm just gonna have my hot dogs now. I've had my chips. Now I've got my hot dogs. And yep, then I think we've got one more set of 30 to do, and then I think we've got type quizzes to do. Also, is it France and Spain who play tomorrow, guys? Is it France and Spain who play tomorrow? Or am I mocking the bacon? So I think England play on Wednesday obviously against Arge. Hopefully we'll do the world a favour by beating them. But they do, yeah. Yeah, what time is it meant to kick off? UK time. Do you also play other games? Not really. I mean, I think before GeoGuessr, I didn't really play much games. Like, I played games with mates. Like, I played Minecraft for a little bit with my mates, and played Among Us for a little bit with my brother's mates. I played Rocket League. I think Rocket League's probably the closest where like I've played it often enough, but I never really grinded it. I never really played it without, you know, with somebody usually. I never really got super into it, and if you go like when I was like 12 years ago, then obviously I played FIFA a bit, but I never really wanted to like do it too seriously. Although I did have rage when it came to FIFA, but that's FIFA for you. But really, like before GeoGuessr, I did a lot of running, so I think my hobby was more running rather than doing games before I got into GeoGuessr. So like I've always been like more of an outdoors person. So it's, I think, because like obviously I had a bad foot injury at university during a placement year, and during that placement year, that's where like strict like semi-strict at the time because I was able to work there for a bit. But there was obviously like some lockdown rules and stuff. It was like around COVID era. I had a pretty bad like recurring like foot injury where like my foot arch collapsed pretty much, and it made me flat-footed. So I couldn't do any running or any long walks because it was just pain on my foot. And my running was quite regular. Like I was running 3 times a week, 4 times a week, depending on how far I was running. I was doing 60k, 70k, per week. Every run I was only satisfied on a run if I did 1,000 meters of elevation. I remember when like doing half a marathon was normal on the hills, so that was like a normal day out for me. But now like I barely run, but I'm trying to get back into it. But pretty much like before GeoGuessr, it was my running really, which also like I got stuck, not running, and that's I guess how I got into GeoGuessr, because that was my way of like exploring the world, because I couldn't really go out and explore it myself. If that makes sense. And I think a lot of you guys probably can relate to that. If you were around during lockdown where like you couldn't really go many places, and some people just wanted to hop onto Twitch a lot more, and GeoGuessr was a good game because you can just see all these different countries, and you start like thinking all like if you get Norway, it looks really nice, like. And now after COVID, people try and visit these places, so like GeoGuessr, I'm sure has got a lot of people, people who weren't going out much. A lot of people got into GeoGuessr because they couldn't go out much during lockdown, around the time I was getting into it. That's great to hear, Mayo, yeah. And it's great that you're still here. How long have you been playing GeoGuessr for, Mayo? That's really nice to hear. Welcoming Carsey, hope all is well. I also played a little bit of chess, but I never really grinded it as well, Christine. I think the time I was a bit sweaty at chess was when I was like in year 5 or year 6. Oh no, year 2 actually. I think I would have been like, I don't even know how old I would have been then. Probably at 10. Not year 2, year 6. It'd be year 6. So I'd be like 11 or 12. I think when I was 11, 12, 13, I was doing a fair bit of chess. But I was like really young, and obviously I wasn't great. But for a kid, I was all right. For someone who obviously doesn't go to a chess club or anything, like I won every game. I think in like a primary school chess tournament. I remember that was pretty nice. Had my own. I beat everybody at the school. Nobody beat me the whole time, which was pretty cool. But obviously, if I do chess now, I'll just get destroyed because it was different when I was younger. We still have to do our NMP said 1v1 Chris Kamara. True. Yeah, so like I was planning to do that on Friday. Are you available on Friday? It'd be more towards the. I think it'd be towards the evening. Would you be fine with doing it then? Because like that's where I'm planning to do it ideally. And is yours a best of 1 or a best of 3? But yeah, I've almost finished my first hot dog, to be fair. Yep, no worries. Causey, yeah, best of 1's not too bad. Created my account in 2021, but I've only... Yeah, so you've had it for a while, but you only started getting into it for last year and a bit. That's pretty cool then. Yeah, it's interesting like chatting to players who only started playing last year. Like how they got into it would have been so different to how I got into it. Like I got into GeoGuessr before Rainbow blew up. Like so many people play GeoGuessr now. Got introduced to GeoGuessr because of Rainbow videos. Different era, man. Different era. Do you also play board games? Maybe casually with some friends, but I don't really do that much anymore. GeoGuessr just takes up all my time. It's kind of like an unfortunate addiction, but a good addiction. But yeah, don't really do any board games nowadays, unfortunately. But yeah, let me just keep eating. I need to reply to a message as well on my phone, so Jeff. Right, I think that's fine. Okay. I gotta go. No worries, Christine. Take it easy. Thank you for hopping in. I'll have my other hot dog now. Sorry if I'm eating slow, but I am a yapper. Everyone says GeoGuessr is so I can't see that. I feel like chess, you probably feel like you're better than you actually are earlier. Maybe. But I feel like once like you probably get to like 1,000, like the room for error for chess is probably a lot less, right? Whereas like GeoGuessr, you could just make one massive blunder and still win the game. Whereas like chess, you make one blunder and you've lost. Like it's just completely different, innit? Like if you lose your queen in a chess game and you're like a decent elo, and it's not like a sacrifice or anything, you've lost. You're gonna lose. Unless your opponent does the same thing. Which obviously the higher rating you get, then the harder it is, you know. But I feel like it's one of those things, like if you get really into it and give it like 2 years, you could do better than you think you can. Yeah, I mean 400 is not that high, is it? So like, I mean, like if you're like 1,000 plus, then there's less room for error, really. Like, but even then, you can get like people like a 500, 600 who just don't make mistakes. They don't play perfectly, but they don't blunder the queen as much as you do or something. $1,500, not bad. I think there's still a fair amount of people in the community that play chess quite often. I think Fenab did a fair bit of it. I know Treezer did some of. I know Treezer played chess online. I found out about that with some research. So like there's definitely some people out there in the community that have played chess and got to like a decent ranking, but nothing pro level. I don't think so. I think was it Fenab? I know Streffen played a fair bit. Yeah, it was a Gotham chess video. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, I've been grinding lots of Geo in the last couple of weeks, so I only play chess for fun. Yeah, I mean, similar thing with GeoGuessr. Like, if you're not having fun playing GeoGuessr, then you're gonna have so much tolerance, for it. Having fun's the most important thing when you play any game, really. If you don't enjoy it most of the time, then what's the point? Also, welcome in, Riley. I didn't catch up on your games. How'd you do this week in the Jeff League, if you don't mind me asking? Because my week was definitely ropey, is the best way of putting it. Like, not great, but there was at least, I got something out of this week at least, but nothing satisfying. Nothing amazingly satisfying, Won one, lost the other. I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad. At least you're getting a win. I feel like if you get like a win in the game week, it's not too bad. But I feel like it's like if you want to get top 2 in the Jeff League, then you like have to win like 3 out of every 4 games at minimum. And I feel like your group, your division's so brutal. Like Element seems locked in. Firma, you just don't want to get moving against that guy. Firma just brought the moving intersection guesser for Spain against Topotic. Like, what is that, bro? He beat the record for intersection guesser by half a minute, bro. On like literally on a challenge link. Like, if you got like lots of good moving players, like that is brutal. That is brutal, bro. To have. The good thing about my group is there's plenty of people that aren't necessarily moving specialists, but also you don't get that much assurance with the no move NPZ either. So like in my league, I don't really play many moving games, which I don't mind when it comes to obviously the 5k and stuff, because that's still something I'll probably not do as well as most people in the division. But I think my moving strength is what puts people off playing my moving, which makes a difference. swear, like every time like as a growing like esport, you just get so many crazily cracked French people. Like I feel that's just normal. I feel they're notoriously known for like just taking over esports. Like I remember with Rocket League, it was always like the French team, right? That was always like one of the favourites, and then we might get the odd other one like in Saudi Arabia or something. But I'm not as up to loop with Rocket League, but I know there's a lot of cracked, very good French players at one point. Right, okay. Yeah, Rocket League is created for French, yeah. Yep, je ne comprends pas un Rocket League. Right, so let's start weighing up what's next. Yeah, I think it's this one. So I need to find my part 3 map. So what I do as well, guys, I don't just do one region. I try and like merge it together. So you're practicing, you're not tunnel visioning one region. Like you're trying to recall, okay, what area is it in? And then once you know the voivodeship or whatever you call it, you know you're going to probably find it very quickly. Me neither, Mayo. I probably just spoke complete gibberish. I mean, that happens all the time, to be fair, let's be real. But yeah, I guess we'll see how this goes and see how much is instinctive. How many games is it? It is 92, so we need to do 100. We need to get to 122. Yep, to be fair. But yeah, let's just see how much I can instinctively remember. And these ones, a lot of these I did the type quiz for, so I feel like it'll be even more better for me now and more fresh. Oops, I say that and then do that. What was it? It was Was it 122? It was 122, weren't it? Okay. Let's get my headset's off. I need to turn my headset up, bro. I was wondering why I couldn't hear any music. Or has the music just died? I guess the music might have just died, to be fair. Okay, there we go. Right. I swear there's one of these that's very similar to one in this area. Where is it? I think I've Swidnisa or something, but whatever. It's fine. Nakielski. That's south. No, it's not. Wait, what was Nakiel again? Oh my days. Let me think for a second. Why is this one not clicking in my head immediately? I thought it was somewhere around here. Oh, it was the Naklo Nad Notesia. That's it. Yeah, yeah, it's that one. Yeah, that's how I was a bit hesitant on it. Alright, let's try and speed up again. You're welcome in, DJ, to be fair. Another day, another masochism session, to be fair. To be fair, Jeff. You just missed me eating my hot dogs, Jeff. It's unlucky. Brodnici, I'm being El Stupido. Nisa, Brodnisa, yep. Let's keep going. Mogilno, that is, yep. Alright, let's keep going. Right, I'm a bit hesitant with my mouse sensitivity at the moment. Let's keep going. Wow, this is pretty good pace at the moment. I'm pretty happy with this. This is what patience has brought me, at least. I'll check chat in a couple moments, but obviously want to, you know, keep up the momentum. Alexandra was... Wait. I always visualize someone. It's here. Yeah. Honestly, I could even probably try and push and make this even quicker, but I don't know how that would be for the viewer experience. Alright, it's like 15 seconds per seed at the moment, roughly. To be fair, I do a couple more, then I'll check chat, I think. That's Strzelec Krajewski and Dresdenko, so that is here. Strzelci and Bosch. Not Peace. Wait. Not Pisa is insane, to be fair, Jeff. We can't even see the signs, boss. It's that fast. You can go faster, because, to be honest, it's hard to see anyway. Very fair. Yeah, it's because, like, I read it straight away. Like, there's no hesitation. I see it and I send. That's why, like, I train this way in, like, tournaments. So, like, there's no, like, shit. You know, it's like, boom. You know, pretty much. There's no hesitation. Pretty much. But you gotta get locked in, Jeff. Oh, why? Sometimes I just zoom into the wrong place by accident. What was that? Guachova? What? Wait, I need to think. What was that again? What was Guachova? No, it's Toronsky. I read the wrong thing. I'm being stupid. Toron was just a big city, bruh. I read the wrong bit of the sign. I just read the entrance sign, think it was a Powiat. Like an absolute melon. But it happens. It happens, you know. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. So oh, this one does say Chochol, not Toron. You think this is crazy? Just to see my antenna region getting stuff for Poland, it's kind of crazy, some of it, but I will probably do that at some point in the future again. I need to recap it. So there is a region gets potential with antenna metas in Poland, like combos. You can get really close, but it's a lot of brain power to remember, though. Unfortunately. Oh, I tried to click Silo and Agora, but it didn't let me. Sure. Shout out Vouch, to be fair. I'll check chat after this. Oh, I have to do another one because I hit spacebar again. Oh, Jeff. You have to be careful with Stargard and Starogard. It's literally one letter difference. That's why it's always important to actually read things when practicing. Like, don't always just rush. And, right, let's just read. It's cringe as well, though. I mean, it is, but then again, like, I know not people have learned. I found, like, ways I don't think many people have used Like, I figured something out for the Baltic, some Baltic stuff as well for Gen 4 antenna combos. But the thing is, with Poland, there's not really much else you can use in rural rounds. It's a very hard place to region guess, so you gotta find ways. You know, you gotta find ways. Sometimes, till things come out, there's not much you can do. And even though like the guide came out, didn't it, for on RMRG? I mean, it's great, but it's not going to solve your regular consistency for Poland. And same with the thing I was saying about, but it's something else you can consider. I don't remember. I need to recap it. If I'm being honest, I'm probably not going to be in the zone to think of that this stream, but I did do some stuff. DJ witnessed it. When I was actually practicing it. But obviously I got more into the Powiats. And the thing is, I can probably remember you when I revise it, I can like refer to like the Powiats area it's found in and stuff, so I can use it as like a revision way to remember place names better and stuff. So that's why I've kind of put some stuff on a back burner for now. It's just no move in general. I'm just putting the back burner, that type of grinding until I come back from holiday. Really. To be fair. Radzial's here, right. Wrocław. I don't know how many we've done, guys, but I guess we could check it. Was it 121? I think it was, right? We need to get to. I'll do this, see, then I'll check what the total is. I haven't even checked, so we could have actually gone over. I don't think we have gone over, but we could have. Right, let's take a look. 113, let's refresh. Okay, it's 113, so we need 8 more. Yeah, but that was also the Gen 3 stuff as well, DJ. Yeah. Yeah, like the Baltics, it actually was clearly playing a lot more consistent. Rafat, I've been doing the biggest, most populated towns in some of the Powiats as well. I have been doing that too, but I've done it for obviously Lubuskie. There's not many of them, but I've done it for Lubuskie, and I've also done it for this, but this was a lot more rusty. I might have made up this, but I don't think I did it properly. But I have made quizzes for it to practice it. Practice those 2 ones, and I will add it up. Yep. I'm not going to learn 1,000 cities though, but I'm going to learn some here and there. And if I remember some better long term, then great. But I think the ones I remember is after I've done it. After I have done it, when I play seeds with, like, for example, DJ, it's the ones that come up in the rounds that you can kind of learn from and remember better, you know. And I also need to like start practicing the specific street signs, like, in certain voivodeships as well, because that's something I need to practice too. Because obviously that's just a free 4.9k immediately. Even the ones that aren't that massive, if there's distinctive ones, then sure, might as well learn them. As long as it's not tiny. If it's a decent enough sized town, then why not? If it's super unique. And I have done that before, so considering to extend, yeah, good luck with that one, Chief. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. But let's keep going. To be fair, I need to check again because I've lost count, if I'm being honest. But we're almost done with the seed spamming anyway. 5 more, okay. Right, let's try and do this one's faster. I actually didn't read that. Oh, it is. That's the thing, sometimes you go to the pan too quick and then you don't read it. I read the one underneath me. I'm actually going slower than I was before, that's crazy. Right. It's because they're further away on these bloody signs, so like it's like you have to try and give it a second to read it. A bit more from further away. That's 3 left, I think. I might have lost count though. Two more. Might have lost count though already, but whatever. Okay, one more. But you can see how much more convincing these ones are compared to the other ones we did before. It's a lot better. For the amount as well, there's a lot as well that I'm doing solid with. I misspelled it again. Oh, DJ. I don't mean to. It's because I'm rush typing. Let me just read what I've missed. Yeah, yeah, DJ. If you learn land cries, you don't even need to learn the extra level. Honestly, because you just leave a village and it just tells you the village, the region within the land cries and the land cries. So you just learn, you know where the land cries is, and the rest you can just scan. It's pretty this easy. Oh, it wasn't even talking to me. Oh, Jeff. It's all good. How many are there? Land cries? I think there's... I think people in chat will know. But I think it's not as many as you think. It's a bit more... I think there's... I think it's a bit more than Poland, but you get a lot of them that repeat. Like, it's not that bad. If you give it the time. And it's a lot easier to come across as well in rounds. You just leave a village and you get the info straight away. It's actually pretty nice. I think I'm gonna put that as green. I think that went pretty well, guys, if I'm being honest. I think that was pretty solid. Right. I'm gonna cough. Excuse me. I didn't realize my window was wide open as well. Oh, Jeffrey Bay. Okay. So what do we do now? I think we're going to do type quizzes soon. So I think I will look at this. So we're gonna warm up with just Lubuski and Satchodina Pomorski combo. Then we've got Pomorski to do, Kujawsko Pomorski, and then all of them together. I'm not sure I'm at the stage where I do the type quizzes for these ones, but maybe the next stream when I get the chance, or when I've got spare time off stream, I might do it. Is your room still a sauna? It's not as bad. It's still hot, still sweaty, as you can imagine. Give me a second, guys. Won't be long. Yeah, I think it's fine. Land cries are the aces up the sleeve in the league, to be fair. I mean, it's... In the Jeff League, yeah, a lot of people have Germany. I mean, there's a lot of German players as well, to be fair, nowadays, so it's no surprise that a lot of people have chosen it for moving. But it's very good to... It's a good coach to practice moving on. Because there's a pretty straightforward way of going about the round that you can just do, you know, it's not too complicated. Unless you're in a very urban area, then it can get a bit messy. Yeah, so what I need to do now is I need to go on Hello Quiz, guys. So if you're new to Hello Quiz, it's pretty much where, you know, a lot of the GeoGuessr players, you know, try and learn, you know, more you know, area codes, place names, like quizzes have been made to actually practice it. And you can make your own quizzes as well, which is what I've done. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do Lubuski and Satchodinopomorski. So let me just search Lub. And there we go. And yeah, we're going to do a type quiz shortly and get cracking. It's worth mentioning that it doesn't include diacritics, so it will just be like typed as close as it can be to that. So just keep that in mind. Is it called diacritics or am I trolling, DJ? Pause. To be fair. Yes, okay, right. Let me try and make sure I lock in now. Let's go again. Try to figure where that one is. That one's yep. Yep. This one is no, that's Graph. It's Graph 5. What am I doing? Yeah, what am I doing? Mocking the bacon. Thank you for the follow, Mikey. Welcome in. Hope all is well. Appreciate the follow. What we got next? We've got this one should be Svai Bodzin. And then we got Sagan. Stestin. I don't know, bruh. I give up Chris Kamara with that one. Stestin. I don't know. What's this one? This one is just Kosalin. Then let's keep going. Then we got, yep, that's the one I kind of mocked before. Then this one is just Solicin. Yep. That's not Graphino, that is Swabice. And then we have this. What is this? This one is I think this. Yep. Bosch. What about this one? This one should be I'm trying to think for a second, give me a moment. This one is that. Odrzansky. This one's just the Polish version of Swindon, to be fair. If you know, you know. Then this one should be Swabes. Then we have Vouch. Then obviously that. And then this. Nice. Yeah, it's hard to pronounce, Jeff. We've got to learn at some point, though. It's the same in Cyrillic as well. Yeah, I mean, it all kind of blends into one, if I'm being honest, guys. Like, I hope you appreciate me actually trying, though, rather than just trying to say, like, you know, like an NPC, but I don't know. There's too many SCs and CZs mixed together, bro. It's annoying. Right. So what's the next? I'm going to just move on to the next one. I'm only going to do this one time for now. If it's confident, I'm just going to do one. I don't think I need to do it 5 times today. I'm just gonna move on to the next. So Pomorski now. This one I might need to do more than once though, but we'll see. Might have to recap this one actually. Yeah, because this one I think I did recently. So let me just have a look at my notes. It'd be further down, I think. It's not that. Where is it? Where is it? Is it this stuff? It's this stuff in it. So Starogard, yep. Swupsk. Baitov, yeah. Yep. So these ones are easy. It's that. Yep. These ones I can figure out in my head probably. Yeah. Yep. Then, yeah, okay, I think I can do this one probably. I mean, that was a joke. That was a joke. I did that on purpose. The Swindon is a joke. But yeah. I don't even want to know what you did for finish. I mean, I think Cynox or somebody, if he's in chat, will probably give you an answer for that. Yeah, he should name to Swindon just to rage bait Wolf Trekker. Because he hates Swindon. To be fair, if you know, you know. Right, I will try and give this a go now. But in type mode, obviously. But the first time is always going to be the hardest, that's the thing. Yeah, but okay, that was nice. I'm pretty happy I got that one straight away. Is that Satem or Satum? I don't remember. It's one of the two. Yep. Yep. Then what is this? This one is... Yep. That one's Starogard. Sopot. This one's the annoying one. This is Way Herovor. And then we have that. Then we have Malbork. Yep. This one is Kartuzi. What are people saying in chat? Called Tung Sahur. Oh yeah, good luck with that one, Jeff. The thing is with car patterns, I probably can't spell them, but if I see the name, it's just that ingrained in my head. I don't even need to think. For 99% of the time. But I feel like for stuff like Powiats and finishings and parties, you kind of need to do this method because I feel like there's so many ones that are just so similar to each other. For me, that you can muddle up, and then you just become hesitant. And I feel like Indonesia, you break it into different islands, whereas like Finland and Poland are just all one like mass. So it's not like you can't really split it unless you remember what region it is in. Like you're not gonna, you know, it's gonna be a lot easier to remember something's on Kalimantan than it is to know that Vyshchova or something, whatever it's called, is in Lubuski, for example. Like, it's just not going to be as easy. It's all gibberish, let's be honest, exactly. I mean, especially when I speak it, it just makes it worse. And this one should be... I forgot this one, is it? Oh, I can't type, Jeff. It's this, isn't it? Shonise. Or Honisi. What does CH mean again? Is it just a H? Or what is it? What is it, bro? Yeah, exactly, Rafat. Exactly. Oh, I did something wrong there. What am I doing wrong here? Tezum. Tuzem. I feel like it's 5 words, right? It's TZ something, right? Let me know if it's just TZ first. Or is it TZ? Is it TZZUM you're saying, or EM? What? Are you just trying to pronunciation? Because that's confused me. I'm trying to remember what is it. Is it being with TZ or no? I think it's TZZ. It's not EM. E. It's probably just W then in it, yeah. So it's I don't know, bro. I give up on that shit. I give up. Novi Dvor Gdansky. And then we've got Puck, and then we have Quidzin. You'll probably not be able to say TCH as one sound, so yeah, GG's. It's unlucky, but we did Pomorski, so I'll probably do this 2 more times. I think 3 times would be enough. Because I think because I'm going to do stuff like that. It's Kos, then ZR, Kosiar Zin. It's KOSCIARZYN. What? No? What? Eh? Are you taking the mic? Is it IER? What? I'm annoyed. It's not that. What am I doing wrong here, guys? What am I doing wrong? KOSCIR Zin. That's not right. So what am I doing wrong? Oh, there's an A at the end. But some names, even in Polish, just a mouthful. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's Xena. I didn't think of the bloody A at the end. For God's sake, that makes sense. To be fair, happens. Let's keep going. This is why you do repeats. If you have moments like that, you need to do it again. That's one. That one's I think the most awkward one to spell. I think in this region. If I'm being honest. But there's gonna be a lot worse ones in other regions, though. That's the thing. Okay, got that time. Then that, and then we had Lebok. Then we have Gdynia, and then Puck. The double word ones are generally terrible too. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with those. Let's see how much I cope when I get to those again. I don't think I've had many yet, right? I don't think I've come across many yet. Is that like including Strzelce Dresdenko, or is it like a different way of you saying double word? Do you mean double word like 2 words, or just like it's like 2 words going on the same word? What do you mean by that exactly? Oh, that stuff, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Right, we'll do one more attempt of this, and I think we'll move on to the next region, I reckon. No, why did I put city? Am I okay? Why would they have a city on a floodplain? And then again, it's around the course, isn't it? I'm being stupid. Lebok, and then we have Quidzin, Zetum. Then we have the one I keep messing up, so it's Cos, Cierzyna, and then we have that, and then we have CZ, or was it CZ? Tazoo, yeah, it was, yeah, CZ, yeah. And then we had Wedge, Hair, or Bosch. Not too bad, Chris Kamara. Yeah, oh Jeff, I thought that does sound quite brutal, let's be real. Okay, so what's next? I think we have another region to do. So let's move on to... what is it again? I think that was pretty good though. I was pretty happy with that. There was one hiccup with the spelling, but I think that was pretty good. So we've got Kujawska Pomorska to do next. And that needs to be done like 3 times probably. And then I'll see what the situation is with doing it all at once, and then I'll see what time it is, because I don't want to be on super late tonight, if I'm being honest. But we'll see. We will see. Right, so let me focus on the next one. So have it open, and we need to have a revision of this one because this one's the most recent one I was trying to spell, so it wasn't that. Wasn't any of these. I think it was the highest one. It's this in it. So we got Tochola, Zinin, Inno, Vroclav, Quav, Inno, Vroclav, and then Lipno, Ripin, Toron, what's this? Swaisi, Vroclavek, Alexandra, Sepono, Naklo, and Nakwo. Yep. Radzi Yov. Yeah, I think some of these are pretty straightforward. It's just remembering in my head. Yep. Mabrezesno, Groziads, Mogilno, and Golub Dobrizin. Yep. Right, so I'm gonna get a quick drink, guys, and then we'll tackle this one, and then I think we'll do it all combined, and then I'll see how I feel after that. I think it depends. Might do some additional city stuff, like for certain Powiats, but I don't really want to add any new layers coming into this week, or not by much. Like I might have a little ponder with you know, the other region. You know, what's it? Donoslaski, whatever it's called. I might have a ponder, but I'm not going to grind it, you know, properly. I'm just going to practice it in a laid back way. Just to get a favour, and maybe you guys might have some like inside knowledge for some of those places. Who knows, that I can remember the places, you know, easier, maybe with mnemonics or something. But yeah, I think we'll do this 3 times, then we'll try and do the whole thing at once, see what time it is after that, and then I'll either do like some city quiz recap, which I feel like I might be too fatigued for, so I might have a bit of investigating with the other region I haven't done yet. But yeah, because I think like in the future, obviously, if I've done this well today, then next time maybe I do this, then I can kind of try and learn, Wielkopolski typing, but I'll probably do a Polski first because there's not many, and then do Wielkopolski, and then I've got a lot, almost half of the country then at a type situation mode, which is pretty good. But yeah, just give me a minute, guys. I just need to grab a drink. Won't be long, to be fair. Jeff, I have returned. Right, okay. Let's see how this goes. Like I say, it might not go amazing, but we'll try. Because I need to remember how I do this. I think it was... I might need to remember how to do this. This? Okay, there we go. It's like trying to remember like in my head, and I feel like sometimes when you don't have like a visual to remember, it's quite difficult. Like this one, I'm thinking of Dobrizin, but I don't think it is that one. I think it's the one north of it. Wait. I think I misremembered this one anyway. Let me have a look at the answers again. Yeah, Golub Dobrizin, Wabezno. Yep, okay. This one needs recap. Because I feel like it's just like if I see the name, I know where it is. But obviously, if I try and remember the area, sometimes I don't remember them super well. Golub, yeah. I think in my head it was Dolob Gobrizin at one point. I muddled up the D and the G. So yeah. I think we'll just redo and try again. Now, this one's the most messy one. This is the one where it's a bit ropey, if I'm being honest. Like this one was that. B by no, wait. I always bloody forget. I always forget that it's the city. This one. I need to be careful of that. Wait. Oh, for God's sake! It did the stupid thing where I didn't go back. Oh my God! I've done it 3 times now. That's not right. Is it? No, it is right. Okay. I'm just trolling. Oh, God. How many times have I type it? Okay. Now this one's this. That one's Lipno. Shoot. Oh. I'm trying to remember what this one is. It's annoying. Oh, wait. I think I should know. I should know this. So it's north of Lipno. It's this one. Okay, it's clicked. Okay, and then this one's just where Radu lives. Yeah, and then what was this one again? It was north of. I don't think that's not Grudshaz. That's the one west of it. Why? It's definitely not this. Is it be with CH or something? Yeah, oh, it begins with an. I swear it begins with an S. But this comes up in my mind. Oh, is that? I'm right. I was just right. I was just completely right. So, Grud. See. Is it meant to be this? I think I'm misspelling this one. Can someone help me with spelling with this one? Because I'm kind of confused. DZ. Or ads. DZ. Oh, I'm doing something wrong though. Grud. See ad. There we go. So it's Gruds. Ads, like ads, but with a Z, but then DZ. Okay, got you. Right. That's fine. I should know these ones. Sepono. This one's. Wait, what? How am I messing that one up? I thought it was just this. WLO, fuck, you're right, yeah, you're right. What is this one again? Northwest in my head, in the region. Sapono's that side, north of that. It's not clicking, this one's not clicking. I'll go back to it. Oh, it's... Have I done the same thing again with this one? Golub. Dob. I thought it was this. Okay, it is. I just mistyped it without realising. This one's annoying. I think this was this one, isn't it? Yep. And then... So we got Ripon, and then north of it, that's like, it's like W. I've forgotten the name of this. I might need help, but I know it begins with W. Is it with a Z? Yeah, it's unfortunate, Rafa, yeah. But I need to remember the L. Wab. Or Wabrizno. Yeah, Brezno, yeah. But I need to spell it properly. Wabrizno. Wabrez. Yeah, there we go. Obviously, there's no diacritics. It doesn't have set diacritics, so I'm not going to remember it that way when I'm typing it. What is this again? So, we're Magilno, then there's one east of it. This one, I think, is Inno. Yeah. Wait, what? Don't tell me I'm doing... It's in a Rocklav. Why am I putting ek at the end? Grud? Z? E-Rs. Ads. City, it is. Right, okay. I've forgotten this one. I'll go back to that one, I think. Navlo, what? Nadlo. What? What am I doing wrong here? Welcome in, GeoMango Hub as well. Welcome to the stream. Gnatclaw, right, Gnatclaw. I'll get back to that one. And this one's... that. So we've got 3 left. We need to figure out what this one is. And obviously, this one's that. So we need to figure out what the last 2 are. Tuchola, yeah, thank you. What does the other one begin with? Like the first 2 or 3 letters. A-L. Al. Really? Why don't I remember one begin with A-L? Or is Al? No, that's Radsial. It's not Radsial. That's the one west of it, I think. Or south of it that you're thinking of. Radziov. It's the one north of it, I think. It's west of in Vloklavek. It's not ringing a bell. It begins with A-L. Do you have a third letter? A-L what? Unisex name. That doesn't help me. I don't know what that means. I don't know. A-L what? Al? How do I not remember this one? I'm actually trolling. Oh, it's Alexandra. Oh my god. Alexandrov. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. I should have got that one. But now you see the next couple of goals, it'll be a lot better, so we'll see. So let's go again. Hope this one will be obviously a lot quicker, hopefully. Unless I troll. Oh, it's good to see. I hate when I type it, then I forget it's the city name. Oh, fucking hell, how do I not remember this one? Yep. That one I'm a bit dodgy on. Golub. Dobrizin. Or is it? Bro, I must misspell this again. Golub. No, Dobrizin. What am I doing wrong with this one? It's Golub, isn't it? That's correct. Golub, and then the R comes with a Z. Dob. Was that what I was doing anyway? Isn't that what I'm doing? Or is it? I'm confused. You were doing RY. What's that? RZYN. So it's BRZ, right, okay, not... Yeah, because I don't notice, honestly don't notice I'm doing that, that's the thing. Yeah, thank you guys. Then what is this? This one is... just Zinin, and then we got... Yep. Oh, I hate the bloody city thing. I wish you just combine it into two, so I don't have to do it bloody twice in a row. Right. Okay. Channel. Oh. Shit. What was this again? Golub to prison and north of it was the W. What did you say it started with again? W what? WAB. It's WAB. That's what it's meant to be. Or something like that. So we'll just skip that for now, because we kind of trolled. Double the opportunity to learn a spelling. True. That's very true. Then what is this? This one is Sapono. Then we have, and then this one is Wa Rezesno. Okay, so that's two. I think we do one more, and then I think we do the whole thing at once, I reckon. They were probably gone past 10, I think, by then. But I don't know if I have much going on after 10, to be honest, but I'll think about it. This was meant to be like quite a laid back stream anyway. I might do a bit past 10, but not by much. Right, let's try and do this one pretty cleanly then. Let's do it, guys. Come on. Right. Okay, this is good so far. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna sneeze, I'm gonna sneeze, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. Now I need to think again. And what was this shit? It's not Tuchola, something else. Oh, how have I forgotten this? It's not Sapono. It's not Tuchola, what the fuck? It's not Sapono, it can't be. No, I'll get back to that one. It's fine. Don't know how it's left my brain, but here's what it is. Dob. Yeah, there we go. Then Wa Brezesno. Slicing. Sinin. Oh, it is Tuchola. I'm being stupid. I just realised it was Tuchola this whole time. I'm just being stupid. There we go. Yeah, I think for some reason I thought it was more central in my head, but obviously that's where Svicey is, so yeah, I don't know what I was doing there, but that's 3 attempts. I'll just label that as 3. Obviously it wasn't as confident. I'll definitely put it as yellow still. But I think we'll do 1 full attempt now, I reckon. of all these combined. So let's have fun with that. This was kind of fun last time, to be honest. It was actually not too bad, to be fair. So I'll get ready to lock in. Give me a second. Right, let me find it. I think it's just all this. I think it's all this, right? Yeah, it has to be. But it's included as what of for some reason, because I forgot to get rid of it. I'll include it for the bants though. Right, I need to get rid of labels, obviously. Alright, let's just do it. Wait, what? Wait, I'm being stupid. Yep. Are you going to be doing them combined to the end? I feel like as I go on, I'll probably get to a stage where I want to do it for a video as well. So why not? And if I'm able to do that, it means I've learned them well. So we'll see. But it's something I'm taking my time with, for sure, though. But it does feel good being able to do this, though. If so, the last will be take a solid hour. I mean, it is 300 odd in it. But it depends how confident I am to do it, so. But, just what, you know, something you gotta practice that way. Let me think. What? Am I trolling? I'm probably done the one that's south anyway. No, okay, it was that. Why am I confused about this? Oh yeah, it's Starogard in it. Yep. Oh. Wait, I spelled that wrong. Swing. That's it. Yep. Oh. Yep. Okay, this is the one that's in Wielkopolski in it. Zlotov. Yep, there we go. What was this one again? It was this one, learn it, I think. Yep. Okay, we're getting close to the end of this one, aren't we? No, that's yep. Why is this one a bit weird? Yeah. Yep. What was this one again? I should know this one immediately. I'm kind of trolling on this one. Oh, it's Lipno in it. Yeah, Lipno. Yep. What the hell would this one be? Is this... This? No, that's not the... I'm trying to picture where this one is. It's kind of like everything around it's surrounding. Oh, this is Sapono in it. Yeah. Okay. Right. And then Malbok. No, it's Satum. Then obviously that. East of Torun. don't think it is this one, but I want to try it. Oh, it is that. Okay, good. And then... boom. Okay, we'll take that. Pretty clean. Pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with that. Very happy with that. So I think I want to do something a bit more for casual purposes. I'm not going to expect to remember this when I come back, but it'd be nice just to give it a go with you guys. Just out of curiosity. So like for me, like I think I'm mostly done now. I think I could probably put this as honestly. Do I put this as green? I'll probably put it as dark green as this green for now. I think that's probably more fair, but it was pretty clean though, that. But I feel like if I did that from scratch, I would probably still not be clean, obviously, because I struggled with this one. So I'll put it as light green, dark green, sorry. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna actually do a little bit of investigating with Wielkopolski. I know I was saying I'm not gonna actually grind it intensively, but I kind of want to just explore it and just weigh it up a little bit for, you know, for the future, and just practice it for a little bit. But yeah, let me just give that a weigh up now. So I've split into two parts, and I've done a full version. So I kind of want to just do a bit of this first, and just weigh up, because you got Głogów, Gora, they have Polkowice, Lubin. I mean, some of these names are outrageous. Wyłowów, I give up, bruh. Then Leżnica, I don't know how to pronounce it. Bolesławiec. Then we have I know if ZG is just meant to be Gozelek. Yeah, I still haven't heard half of these ever. Yeah. Then we have Luban. Then Lwowek Slaski. Then Jelenia Gora area. And then Kamienna Gora. Right, so we'll do 3 attempts with this, 3 attempts without the borders, 3 attempts without the labels, then 3 attempts with neither labels or borders. Right. We'll do 3 each. Just lock in. Yep, okay. Some music on background, so I can actually do stuff. Yeah, that one's quite interesting on the German border, yeah. That one's probably worth remembering. That's the type of thing that would come up on a map. That's hand-picked. I think I've done it 2 times now, so I'll do it 1 more. Okay, let's get rid of the borders. Oh, this is a city. Did I? I missed the bit where it said city. Okay. 2 more. Right, let's get rid of the labels and put the borders on. Two more. It's Lubin, not some yeah, I didn't make the quiz. I think that was like from the full Powiat thing, so I don't know. But Luban just has A, so I just remember Luban being ban. Unless there's a place called Lubin without the accent that I need to know about, I think I'll be fine. But I'll look for the A. But I also need to be careful with Lublin, obviously, as well. So there's quite a few in there that I've spelt quite similar, I assume. Correct if I'm wrong, but there's a big city called Lublin, isn't there? But I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, like I always am. Yeah. I just look for the A. I think for this one, it's the key in it. Right. Did I do it twice or 3 times? I don't remember. Did I do it another time, or is that only 2? I've done it. I'll do it one more time, I guess, if I'm not sure. I just don't remember. Cause it's so easy to lose count, because you're just so concentrated on getting the things right quickly. But yeah, I'll look for the A, which I think helps. Polkovice. Right, okay, we would have done 3 by now then. So let's do it this now. Yeah. Okay, that's 2 more to go. Luban, not Lubin. Yeah. I've only done it once, haven't I, the quiz? I keep forgetting if I've done it once or twice, bro. Right, one more. You're welcome in JHYKRYUE. Hope all is well. And welcome in Zender as well. You got this, bro. Thank you. Just did a full type quiz. It went pretty solid. There's also a Lobon. Oh, Jeff. For this country's a mess. To be fair. Right. Let's get this attempt done. I'll probably do the second half straight afterwards. I don't think I need to have a break or anything. Didn't need to do that. Right, okay. Right. Malik. I don't know, bro. Malich. I don't know, bro. Trezeb Nisa or less Nisa or nicer or Wava Vrotklav. Or Milich. Is it just Milich or Milik? I think I've heard of it. Right, okay. Got you. Sroda Slaska Svidnisa Val. I mean, I'm not going to pronounce that. Just a big city. Kwodzko. Zabkovice Slaski. This one I'm just gonna remember as Dizzier now, bro. Yes, Svidnisa sounds very similar to Svidvin, and there's Svidsai as well, isn't there? Right, Svidsi is like where was it again? It was like here, yeah. Svisi also sounds very similar. But it is another Swindon, but it's southern. But it says nicer, which is ironic, because usually it's more south. It's worse. But when you're in the mountains, it's better. It's nicer. So to be fair. Anyways, maybe it's a shithole. Anyways, Svidnisa. Yeah, and then we've got I'm Dizzian now. That's a place. And then Zabkovice, Slaski, and then Kowalsko. Okay, I'm just going to jump into it, guys. So if I'm shouting, just got music in my headset. Right, let's go. Right. Village. One. Oh, what am I doing? I didn't mean, I should have not rushed that. It's fine. I have to do an extra one because of that, because that was very lazy of me. I'll do 2 more as a punishment. Okay, 1 more. Okay, one. Strazelin. Right. Anything I'm missing? Nope. We can carry on, I think. Pay attention to Trizebinese spelling because there are many other similar names. Can you give examples if you can think of any at the top of your head? That'd be great. But the TRZE, Zebnisa. So that one has been in the word. The other one has nicer in the word. So one's a bin, one's nicer, to be fair. Just one letter difference in it. Yeah. Brutal. Which region is that one in? If you don't mind me asking, guys. Which voivodeship is it? Westo Krakow. Okay, got you. Malopolskie. Okay. Okay, I'll do one more of this. For what club? For what club? Okay, now we get rid of borders. I do it like this. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Need to be careful of doing that. I'm being stupid. No, I'm not. It is in a differently named Powiat though, so only something to keep in mind. Yep. I mean, you can muddle it up very easy. It's like, if it's one letter, it's very dangerous. Like, for example, Stargard and Starogard. That's literally one letter in it. And they're in different regions. Different provinces. Okay, I've done it once, need to do it 2 more times. And then I'm going to do the 30 seed thing, I think, after this. And see how that goes. I did do a bit of it earlier, but I want to do it again. Zabkovice. Yeah. I said one more, 2 more. I lose track all the time. I think I've got to do it. I think I've got to do one more after this anyway. Okay, one more now. Right. So if I keep losing count, guys. Right, okay, I think we're good. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to do the 30 seed challenge again on the whole province, and I think it should be fine. So let's get ready for it, and I'll probably include this one as well to the notes. What the fuck was that map name? Anyways. Alright, let's give it a go. That's me, mate. Okay. Right, okay, sure. Right, we've done this 30 times, so we need to do it to get it to 70. So it's time to lock in, guys. It's time to lock the Jefferson Bay in. Okay. Right, this is where I need to think. Glogov, yeah. Thread. Try and visualize where this was again. Was it this? I think it's a Schroeder Slaska. I think it's trying to be that. But it's... I think it was trying to be that. Or am I wrong? Let me know if that was right. I don't know. Oh, what the hell's my mouse doing? It just spasmed. Where the hell's my mouse going? Just went to Narnia. All less nieces up here. Right. Polko Viki. Polko Vise. Gorov. There's like tens of Schroeder, but they have different words after. They are the same. They are the same name of the Powiat though, like the one in Wielkopolski. Yeah. Whereas Lvov was here, weren't it? It just sounds, it's spelled, to me it just reminds it's spelled the exact same. Yeah, I think this one came up. This one isn't on the quiz, but it's in the, it was like in the same area as the, as I think this one? Or this one. Is this also like a place? Or is it the name of the mountain range? Right. Carcon. They say cryo, don't they, on these ones? But yeah, I'm just gonna send here, I guess. Oh, it's kind of all over the place then, right? So it's just around that mountain range. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Miliki's Milicic, Straczynski. Strazelin into this one, Strazelin, yeah. Obviously, this is going to be very rusty. That's fine. Zagos something. Let's think for a second. Assuming one. Zagor. Where was that again? Oh, it's not the Zagors here, in it, right? Zagorzelek is on the border, yeah. Get a lot of this one, aren't we? is our translation of Golich, if that helps you somehow. I've heard of that because I think it's a land cries as well. But yeah, thanks for the heads up, DJ. Appreciate it. Yep. Java, yep. Java, Svidnisi. Svidnisa. It's nicer. It's nicer in the south apparently, according to Poland. Doesn't make any sense. Unless you're in the mountains, then I think it's valid. Mountains are based. Zvoti something. I don't think it was this. It was something else. It was Zvoti. Zvotore. I'm misremembering what this is. Zvotoria. Is that what it's meant to be? Oh yes, Zvotoria is the one. Yeah, I have to go about that one. When I mean very close to the mountains. That's why I say it's ironic, unless you're in the mountains. Chris Kamara. Yeah, unfortunately, Mayo, there is no mountains that south, so that's why the south is never going to be good. It's unlucky. It's unlucky. Okay, what is going on with the loading this round? Well, I'm just going to think Rock Club and just move on because we've got no info there. What's this? Polka VC, yeah. Obviously, this one's obviously brand new, so I'm taking my time with this one unless I get confident. It's going alright, Leakley. We did a full type quiz again, 79 out of 79, all typed without labels or borders, which is pretty solid. Now I'm just doing this a bit more casually because I don't expect to memorise this one well before I go away, but I just want to do it for a bit, and I might pick up a couple of things just by chilling with you guys. Because I'm not far from finishing now anyway. Glugov. Hopefully I can be a bit faster towards the end though, that'd be nice. Gluvovec. I thought, yeah, it was there. Kamian, Nogorski was somewhere around here, weren't it? Yeah. Gora. Oh, I'm dizzier now. This is what this one's called. DJ, this one's dizzier now, to be fair. That's I am dizzier now because of I am dehydrated. Odvodnionya, to be fair. That's why I'm dizzier now. Oh my days. It's unlucky. Yeah, I'm dizzy now because that name is also a mouthful. Yeah, but to be fair, Jeff, it does look like it. That's why I'm not even bothering. And this is just the mountain range one. Yeah, don't. It's for Toria. Yep. I'll check how many I've done after this seed. It should be, I think we're aiming for 70. I think is the number we're looking for. Oh, I'll do it after this one because I accidentally hit bloody start again. Boleslaviak. Olesnices, northeast of Wroclaw. And Wroclaw. Right, how far are we up to? 55, really? 56, so we've got 14 left. We're only halfway. Okay. Right, let's keep going. Hopefully we can speed it up a bit now. Oh, I'm dizzier now. I'm dizzier now. Sorry. Gonna say it whenever it comes up. Dizzier now. Oh my days. What's this? Sabkovis. Sabkovis. That's this one, isn't it? No, that's the go. It's the one I messed up before, right? No, it's not Zloty. Zabkovis. What? Well, I'm not remembering this one. Wait, hold the horse. Oh, it's here. It's here. Zabkovis Slaski. Yep. Yeah, he's never missing that one, to be fair. Lvovek or Slaski. That's the border one with. I used to call Golitz Gorilla, to be fair. Sounds very similar to Gorilla, to be fair. Oh, I'm dizzier now. Zabkovice have a big ridge to the west, if that helps. Ooh, to be fair. Keep that in mind. Don't mind picking stuff up like that. That's the city. Am I being El Stupido? Yes, I am. I am trolling again. I need to stop trolling with that one, I think. Mocking the cheese grommet, to be fair. Most recent city to drop under 100k population. Yeah, facts, Mayo. To be fair. I won't be surprised because that name, if I have to pronounce that every day on like my address, you know, to explain where I live, then I'll probably move out because that sounds like a messy name to pronounce, to be fair. I'm not trying to attempt that one either, to save the embarrassment. Wroclaw is the city with the most bridges in Poland. To be fair, Jeff. Good to know, Jeff. Thank you. Gorovs. Yep. Come on, do it faster. I'm dizzier now. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, Volovov. Whatever this one's bloody called. It was east of Lubin, yeah, okay. Wov. What the hell is that? Is it a dog? Is that cookies? No, what am I doing? Do the same thing twice. Come on. I want to get that one again without. Was that somewhere around here? Yeah, I don't care. I want that tap around to come up again. If I'm being honest. But probably won't show up for the rest now. Polko's up here, yeah. How many got left? 65? So we got 5 left, guys. When I did a quiz on Powiats before you started studying them, Vlov was like the only one I didn't know before actual village, to be fair. Vlov. Vlov. That is absolute, bro. That's just not even a word, bro. Right, we have 5 more left, right? If I recall correctly. I mean, I'm gonna restart C because this one's got a location which doesn't have one. We've got 5 more left. I need to be quick. Come on. Oh, I'm dizzy now. Four more. The Wov. Luban, yeah. Look for the A. Always check for the A. 3 more. Two more. Is there a ridge visible here? Nope. One more. I'm dizzier now. I'll do one extra one for good luck, to be fair. One extra one for good luck. Okay. I think that's over 70 anyway. Yeah, 71. Yep, so even though it's 31, I'm still going to put 30 on the spreadsheet. Because it's rounded up. So I would say that's yellow, obviously, because I don't think, obviously, it's a wee bit to get going. But yeah, I think that is going to do it, Jeff, for today. I think it's been pretty productive, been quite chill. Like I say, I think the good thing is, like, with a type quiz, like, there's only 3 of these regions now where I haven't really merged the type quiz with, which I think is quite good. The labelling on Hello Quiz is incorrect, by the way. The Zelenia Gora is an outdated name. There is no... Oh, is that what it... Is that just a replacement for it then? Because I heard somebody say in the chat that it was just another word for the mountain range. Or something similar. Yeah. Got you. Yeah. So I guess I could just change that, I guess. Yeah. One you've been to be fair, Jeff, to be fair. Let me try and change that one if I can. I think I can. Edit. Okay, just click on this one, right? And then just do this. Submit. Save edits and close. It should save it. Okay. Submit filter. Submit. Then go to this. And I think it's sorted now. I think that's what you meant, right? This bit is meant to be Karkonoski. right? I'm not mocking. Yeah, okay, good. Nice. Well, guys, so if anyone's curious, so this is pretty much the situation we're now at. Obviously, these two I haven't done the type quizzes for. This one literally is super new, so this one could be the most rusty. But I think a Polskie will be quite straightforward when I do the typing. The Wielka Polski might be a bit more messy. So it's kind of these three that haven't got the type. So these two are probably getting close to the type stage. And this one probably won't get to the type stage till after I come back. But everything else I was able to do all combined as a type quiz. There are quizzes that I've made for like extra place name knowledge in Lubuskie and Sachodina Pomorskie. I think those ones I've done. This one probably needs a little bit of de-rusting, but I'll probably start building those up slowly. Because obviously when I start moving on to the next half, then obviously the intensity of these will probably start dropping significantly, so there'll be more time spent on these. So like stuff like Lubuskie might do a lot less involvement. Same with this, these ones I probably still do a fair bit, but once I get to these, then you probably won't see me do these as often. And obviously I've got other plans as well, with certain other things I need to revise and learn, not just moving based, not just information based, like no move NPZ, 5King, stuff like that needs to be done. But yeah, I think that's going to be enough for me. It's 11:15 and I need to go bed, or just chill and then go bed. But thank you guys for the help, thank you for the company though, it's been a lot of fun. Hope you guys just enjoyed just chilling, enjoyed being here. And yeah, obviously there's a video out right now for the Jeff League, yeah, there's a video coming out tomorrow as well. Would it be smart to start adding non-Powiat stuff after you've learnt all the Powiats first? Yes, but also no, because the cities actually help me associate with the Powiat it's around. So like, for example, DJ, like if I show you this, like the way I remember the Lubuskie one so quickly is because I associated the place with the Powiat, if that makes sense. So it's like making me revise Powiats whilst picking these place names up, if that makes sense. Because if I remember it's roughly near here, then I'm gonna find it, so yeah, it's just like by coincidence at the moment, that's the plan. But obviously, after the Powiats, then there'll be a lot of these that I probably would have forgot. But that's just another wave. I think for me, like the place names is just like picking up on a bit of it. But also like the process at which I'm going about these ones is obviously a lot slower than the Powiats. So I'll probably get to your region DJ, your province DJ, Mazowiecki, is that what you call it? And I'll probably still not even got past the fourth Powiat. I don't know, DJ, I've probably mispronounced it, but Mazowiecki, I don't know. But yeah. I always pronounce it as Madueke, who plays for England. It's not what you call it, but I love that. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so like I said, the rate at which I learn Powiats is obviously going to be a lot more natural and quicker than the extra place names. So when it gets to yours, DJ, I haven't even gone through half of the country yet with the additional ones. But the main thing is to have fun, guys, and take my time. And yeah, learning red roads will be pretty decent. But again, I do 1v1 duels here and there with DJ as well. I think the duels might help with that. It's obviously yellow roads, patterns. I'm making sure I'm more efficient with that. But then again, if you just know Powiat names, a lot of the signs, you just see the Powiat place name. A lot of the time on those yellow road signs, so it saves a lot of time trying to scan for them. But yeah, the red road system might be good to pick up on, but obviously don't want to juggle too many eggs in my I don't want to have too many eggs in one basket, if that's the best way of saying it. But it's definitely something to think of with understanding road systems and stuff for whatever country you're studying, especially if it's like not the yellow roads. But yeah, shout out Mazuweke, whatever it's called, Mazuweke, I don't care, but yep. I think that's enough for me. Like I say, just taking my time with this. And there's no deadline to get these done. Like I'm not playing the World Championship. There's no rush or urgency for me to rush to speed up. Like in comparison, like MK, he's in a very different situation. He's got different pressures. It's very different for him. So his methods also might suit him better, as well. So like, always do what you think is best for you and whatever. And sometimes you have to go through processes to learn what works and what doesn't. And that's a lot part of the information grinding. Is there are sometimes where you spend a lot of time and then you give it a month or two, and that's when you find out how effective it has been. So yeah, just do what you think is best with the approach, but this could give you some ideas in the way you can break it down. But there's plenty of ways you can go about it. But yeah, I think now I'm going to call it. So thank you all for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yep, obviously there's a video out now on my YouTube, and tomorrow there'll be another one as well. But yeah, I think I probably should be streaming tomorrow, but I don't know when specifically, because I'll probably want to watch the France and Spain games, so it will probably have to be earlier than when they kick off. And I've also got a lot of videos to record, so it might be tricky to fit in, but we'll see. Either way, I'll try and find someone to raid now. I'll end